Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I recorded another deadlift session for you guys. And yeah, I repeated the same session 3 workouts in a row. And what is it that we know about the law of accommodation, particularly as it applies to a little more advanced lifters? If you do not increase overload about every 3 weeks, you will stop making progress. Well, I switched back over to conventional deadlift for a little bit of volume, and I haven't done volume, at least with anything over 405 in a very long time on the deadlift. And so yeah, I'm working with still a fairly lightweight. I'm working with 475 because it's comfortable for me to do triples with, and because I don't care about my deadlift progressing very much. And some people have interpreted that to mean you don't care about your deadlift at all. No, I absolutely did not say that. I care about maintaining my deadlift. I care about adding a few pounds to my deadlift over the course of the next 6 months or year. I care a little bit, and I care about its carryover effects to things like my squat. So obviously I'm training it, and I will get some additional muscle gains from what I'm doing because I'm doing a fair amount of volume on the deadlift. I'm getting a fair amount of volume on the deadlift. Enough to stimulate good hypertrophy. All the available data on high volume triples shows that. Anyone who wants to argue against that is arguing against common sense anecdote by tens of thousands of lifters over the decades, and they're arguing against stuff that's been found, studied, and looked at in scientific studies. We know 7 sets of 3 with a moderately heavy weight produces really good hypertrophy on any big exercise, not even subject to debate. The West Side guys have proven it for years. Scientific studies, Dr. Brad Schoenfeld has proven it in studies. Not a point of debate. So we know it works. Of course it works. Come lift a heavy weight for a bunch of triples. I mean, come in and do 20 plus reps with a fairly heavy weight in one workout on a big compound and tell me you're not going to grow from it. Absurdity. But you know, people get these ideas. But the thing is, this is my 3rd workout in a row using this weight. I'm going to have to increase something if I want to improve. But here's the thing. I don't care about really slow progress right now. Extremely slow progress on this. The deadlift, when you guys remember my training video the other day, I broke down for you guys my exact training protocol, what I'm doing, what my goals are from it. And we know based on the charts that I showed that the 4 lifts that I'm tracking that I care about as primary exercises, the deadlift is my most advanced. It's by far my most advanced. In other words, I don't have to do very much on it to reach my goals. I have a lot more I need to do on the other exercises, right? I have a lot more I need to do on the bench press, the standing press, the squat. Those need to come up a lot. They need to come up a lot to reach my goals. So I accept that. And that means that the deadlift being actually the most difficult of those 4 exercises to recover from, I can afford to not push myself to the limits with it. That gives me more recovery ability to focus on my squat, to focus on my bench press. Those lifts I know need to improve. I need to improve because I'm very serious about getting that raw 500-pound squat again. I'm very serious about doing that. I'm committed to doing that. I really want to do that. If I'm too beat up from the deadlift all the time, I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm not going to worry about progressing really hard on the deadlift, and that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So I came in and I did my 7 sets of 3. Now, the upside of that is that, yes, I will stimulate a small amount of growth. Well, I'm recomping right now. I'm staying 220. I'm recomping. I think you guys can tell at this point, as I'm training, I'm still getting leaner. You've had a bunch of people who said, oh man, Jason's just going to get fat now that he's quit cutting. I quit cutting 2 months ago. I just didn't tell the whole world I decided to recomp. Guys, you don't want to cut more than 6 months. But look at my legs. Look at my forearms there. Look at my face in my videos. All right, look at my face in my videos. I'm not gaining fat. I'm not gaining scale weight. I'm sitting down at 220-ish. I mean, it fluctuates a couple pounds day to day. It fluctuates a little bit day to day. But I'm not gaining weight. It's not like I'm up 5 pounds even on my worst days, or 10 pounds or anything. It's not like I'm blowing back up to 230. I sit down at 220. I do a lot of cardio. My diet is really, really clean right now. It's really clean, and I do a lot of cardio. And I'm training pretty hard, pretty hard. So yeah, I'm recompositioning now at this body weight. And that's what I need to do. I need to get my work capacity up. This stuff right here, this is increasing my work capacity, improve strength, improve work capacity. If I can do that, I'll recomposition. And it'll increase my energy turnover. If I can bring my total energy turnover up higher when I go back into cutting again, because I decided to break this up into phases. When I go back to my cutting again, it's going to be so much easier. It's going to probably be that first 5-6 pounds are going to come off real fast again. That nice little burst. But I mean, I think it's fairly obvious, even me standing here in a pretty baggy t-shirt, you guys can see my arms and legs enough that it's very, very clear I am not gaining fat. So really all of this is going as planned. This is going as expected. You know, I'm just following the program as it is. I'm going to have to do some fine tuning. I ordered some micro plates actually for my standing press and for my bench press. I've realized I'm not going to be able to do big jumps. If I want to make this system work, particularly without bulking, without gaining weight, without blasting a bunch of gear, and I'm just not willing to blast a bunch of gear, guys. Some people be like, you could do that. You'd make more money on YouTube. You would, if you just did a bunch of tren. You would look so much better, and you'd reach your goals so much faster. And yeah, I would. I know I would. I absolutely know I would. But number one, guys, I'm about to turn 41. Heart disease runs in my family. You guys want me to be totally honest with you? I'm scared shitless of blasting gear. I'm just going to be honest with you. I've done gear in the past. I've used my share of anabolics. Not like what internet abuse is today. Not like Rich Piana type craziness. I've done this stuff already. Heart disease runs in my family. My mother died in her late 40s of a heart attack. The idea of blasting a bunch of tren right now, I'm sorry guys, it just scares the shit out of me. Furthermore, if I'm developing some training systems and stuff here. This system I'm doing now, I think is going to be a really viable system for a lot of people. I'm working the bugs out of it, working on it myself. I think this is going to be really successful for a lot of people. And if I can't make this system work for me in my early 40s, while on TRT, staying inside the normal test range, how can I expect this program to work for a bunch of natty guys? How can I do that? You know, like the system I'm working with right now, a lot of guys are jumping and trying to already look at what I'm doing. They're trying to do some variations of it. They're asking about it. And if I go blast a bunch of gear while running this protocol, you know, you guys see what I'm saying? It's just so dishonest. It's so dishonest. And I mean, I wouldn't feel right about doing that at this point. So not only is there my health risk, there's the dishonesty with what I'm trying to give to the people who follow my channel. And then the fact that I live in Texas. Jesus Christ. And all I'm going to say on that is you do not want to get caught in Texas with a big pile of anabolics without a prescription for every single bottle that you have. You do not want to be in that situation. I'll leave it at that. So, I mean, I've got a lot of reasons not to do that. So, yeah, I really need to stick this system out while staying in the normal testosterone range, even as an older lifter. And I need to show that it can work. I need to prove that it can work. And I think I'm going to do that successfully. And it's, I don't know, I'm enjoying this style of training. A lot of people are going to be like, I mean, you do this, it looks boring. I mean, you're coming in doing same exercise for like an hour. Yeah, I am. But they're big, fun exercises, and I'm enjoying it. And you know what? Every time I come to the gym, it's a new exercise. So it's not like I'm coming in doing the same thing every time. But it works. And yeah, there's going to be other stuff I'll incorporate with it over time. I want to figure out eventually how to make power cleans and stuff work into this system. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. And I think I'm going to be able to show people that this sort of training system can work. This is a viable alternative for guys who are trying to get cock diesel and strong without doing some silly fluff and pump bro split and people who don't want to do normal full body routines because either they get really bored with it, or let's just be honest, at a certain point of advancement it gets harder to progress on a full body. The frequency and things aren't really optimal for advanced lifters. So again, I think I'm going to be able to make this work, and it is working, and you guys are just going to be here with me for the journey as we do it. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.